Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and this is the Not So Serious Keto video podcast. And I'm going to start with a not so serious topic, which is the Apple Watch measures all kinds of different things. But one thing that I think it ought to measure, if you've got a toddler, there should be an option to toggle on total distance crawled. I think that would be interesting to see, because whenever my grandson Calvin is over, I'm doing an awful lot of crawling, which I wouldn't have ever been able to do pre-keto. Just my joints hurt so much, I was heavy. I probably would have worked up a pretty good sweat just crawling. However, I don't think the crawling thing is going to be going on a lot longer. I think Calvin is getting very, very close to walking. And I think that's going to create a whole new set of challenges in our house. Already I feel almost like a Secret Service agent. I've got to just constantly be looking and just constantly aware, looking for threats, anything that Calvin can get into. But that's part of the fun of being a grandparent. Last week I was at the Hallmark store with my wife Terry, and I saw this. Yep, on July 12th, they already had the Christmas stuff out. Unbelievable. Now, I don't know if this is the case with all Hallmark stores, but I know that the one near us often has food products like grilling stuff or sauces or mixes, cocktail mixes, things like that. And I saw this, the Crispy Smash Patty Burger. Looks pretty good. I love smash burgers. Let's take a look at the ingredients. Sea salt, dehydrated garlic, black pepper, dehydrated onion, coriander, dill seed, caraway, and then soybean oil. Why? I don't get it. This is a powder, right? So why do you put soybean oil in it? And if you're going to put some sort of oil in it, why? Why soybean oil? Now, some people may not have issues with soybean oil, and if you don't, hey, I'm not here to be the ingredient police. But for me personally, soybean oil, it's one of the most inflammatory things I find that I can put into my body. But the reason I showed this, it's the same reason that I show any sort of back of package and ingredients, is just a reminder. Always flip that package over, take a look at the ingredients. I've talked periodically about how frequently I get contacted from product manufacturers saying, hey, we got the perfect product for you and your audience, and we should totally partner up. And 90% of the time, it's just not applicable. So this is what I got last week. It's an ice maker. Yeah, that's it. It's an ice maker and maybe, I don't know, water dispenser. I'm not sure. I saw the price tag on it and I just went, no. A countertop ice maker for $600. I don't know who the target audience is for that or why they seem to think that a keto audience is the target audience, but just one more example of another product I said no to. So by now, the channel should be at 350,000 subscribers. I'm recording this still about 100 subscribers away, but I figure we're pretty much going to make it by Monday, probably Sunday. And one of the things that has made me really happy is the number of subscribers to my newsletter that has increased. Apparently Bribery works, because I did that video last Friday on the giveaway that I'm doing for 350,000 subscribers, and I've probably added about 400 subscribers since then to the newsletter. I'm thrilled about that, and to those of you who've subscribed, I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the newsletter. For those of you who haven't, I would encourage you to do it. I link to it right down in the description below. If you subscribe and you find after the first Sunday when you get your first one, you don't like it, just unsubscribe. No harm, no foul. It seems like almost weekly there's a study that comes out targeting some non-sugar sweetener, whether that's stevia or allulose or erythritol. This week, once again, it's erythritol. And the big headline in it is that it's linked to, I think, increased risk of stroke. Anyhow, I took a look at the research article because, well, I knew I'd get questions about it. I didn't have to read very far in the study to be essentially done with it. What they did was they tested erythritol on brain cells, but these brain cells were not actually inside someone's skull or even inside a mouse's skull. They were in vitro. So a petri dish, a test tube, I don't know exactly how it was, but they cultivated these brain cells in vitro and then added erythritol to them in vitro. Not only is the test unrealistic, because there are so many complicated mechanisms and interactions in our body that to test something in vitro really, in my opinion, tells us nothing. But to further make this tell us nothing, erythritol cannot pass through the blood-brain barrier. So unless we're taking our brain cells out and putting them in a dish at night and then sprinkling some erythritol on it, I think we're probably safe. Now I realize that this is sort of a dramatic oversimplification of the whole research project, which, incidentally, is sponsored by the American Heart Association, who are firm opponents of a ketogenic diet. So I think this is just one more study that we can file away into the not really relevant to all of us here on keto. So last week, in the last podcast, I think it was the last podcast, I had talked about when I do product reviews and glucose testing and all that goes into that. It's not a lot of fun. And the more I've been doing them, the less I'm kind of enjoying them. So I think you're going to see fewer of those, maybe one a month, maybe 2 a month tops. And I think instead, on Wednesdays, in lieu of a review video, if there's a product that I have found that I really enjoy, a keto product or a keto compatible product that I use on a regular basis, what I may start doing is some brief recipe videos on Wednesdays using specific products. So let's say it's Aviate pasta, and I make a pasta salad, or it's Unbelievabuns and I do something with one of their products. But it's going to be a product that I use regularly, a product that I trust. Because I know sometimes not all of you, but some of you, like you and maybe you'll buy these products, you'll enjoy them, but then wonder, is there something else that I can do with these? Is there more variety? So I think you're going to start seeing some more of those on Wednesdays in lieu of a review video. And Fridays will still be recipe videos as often as I can come up with them. Some weeks it's tough, but I'm going to try and adhere to that schedule. So you may, it's possible, get as many as 6 recipe videos in any given month. At least that's my goal. But, you never know. Life tends to throw wrenches and things, but I'm still going to try. I just wanted to give you all that update on the channel, but that is going to be it for this particular podcast. I say it all the time. I really, truly enjoy this time we get to spend together. I enjoy our interactions down in the comments. I really, really appreciate all of you. So thanks for tuning in, thanks for listening, and thanks for watching.